I'm Cherie, and Chris is behind the camera. He's not feeling so great today, but I thought I would share kind of our little tips on the road. You might notice we're pulled straight in, and this is kind of one of our little simple travel hacks to get a better view or better privacy at a campsite. We've been doing this for many years, and it's one of the advantages of having a drivable RV as opposed to a towable RV, is that you might have more options for how you position yourself in a campsite. Because these sites are really designed to be camping sites, more like tent sites. So all of these are designed, they're basically a long driveway, and then there's plenty of space behind them for a tent setup. And we wanted at this one to have our office views, which are the two front windows in our bus, to be open to trees. And if we had pulled in backed in, because these are technically back-in sites the way that the electrical hookups are set up, our view would have been of the road. And so we just opted for a nice open view and gives us a little more privacy, a little less distractions as we're working, so we're not seeing cars go by or people walking by, and we can kind of pretend we're off on our own for little bits of time. So that's pretty cool. But there are some potential drawbacks to doing this. Number one, make sure that your campground allows it before you pull straight in. Not all of them do. We have encountered a few across the country that require that you back in if you're a motorhome. And of course, if the sites are close together or positioned in such a way that doing this would create an uninvited awning-to-awning situation, just don't do it. That's bad etiquette to your neighbors unless they invite you to do that to get a better view. We have done this at some campgrounds where the spots are kind of close together, and our neighbors have invited us to pull in forward so we get like the water view out our front windshield or something like that. But just don't assume that that's okay. But some of the other considerations is your power hookup. So at our site, as you'll see, Kiki is guarding this for us. The power hookups are designed for backing in. So that means that we make sure, one of the things we do is we make sure that our extension cord, that our electrical cord is long enough to be pulled underneath the RV so that we can do this, as well as our water hookups are on this side. This particular campground, we don't have sewer hookups, so we're not worried about having to pull a dump hose underneath the RV. And typically, if we are in a full hookup site and we need to dump, or we think we're going to need to dump during our stay, we'll either dump first or we'll plan to dump afterwards, and we don't leave the sewer hookup going in because we don't want to be walking over that all the time. But otherwise, it's a great way to mix it up, get a better view, get better privacy. We actually did a full video presentation about a year ago on other tips for selecting great campsites, where this was one of our tips as well. If you're interested in more information on that, I'll link to that and also put a card up so that you can link right over to it and get more information and tips on how we always try to score the best site we can.